Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Generation Prodigy's Teen Talk Live. We are here for another great discussion, and tonight you are in for a treat. So, as always in the beginning, we like to talk and to introduce our mentors. I am one of them, and my name is Latanya Stevens. And I wanted to introduce at this time Mr. Robert Nicholas, who is one of our mentors. Hey, Robert.
How are y'all?
Yes. So we just want you to invite your friends and love all your your kids, all the parents out there. Tell your kids to come on, and because we are there for a treat for tonight. So, Mr. Nicholas, do you want to share anything with kids tonight?
Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. Um, I am honored and privileged to be a part of this group and to be a mentor for the group. I am an entrepreneur myself for the last roughly 18 years. I used to be in corporate America, and it is a great time to think about being your own boss and set your own schedules and doing things for you, not stockholders or your boss. So I made the opportunity you all have. I wish I had one like it as a child. But and Miss Latonia, thank you so much for having me on. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to address them. And thank you.
Thank you. And I see you, Mr. David Pickford. Thank you for being a part of this. So tonight, I would like to introduce our host on tonight. We're going to remove ourselves and let the teenagers take over on tonight. So thank you for tuning in. And so until next time, towards the end, we'll be back. And so we're going to have now we introduce Miss Jerry Day. Hey, Jerry Day.
Hello.
Well, it's in your hands. And we just want to say she is a brain that is worth having around. So we appreciate your beauty. We appreciate your intelligence. We appreciate all that you offer. And so we're going to put it into your hands right now. So everybody send your emojis up. Let's give Jerry Day a shout out. Woo! Here we take it away, Jerry Day.
Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Teen Talk with Generation Prodigy. My name is Jared A., as Mrs. Latoya said, and I will be your host for tonight. Our special guest today is Blair Priester. I don't know if I said that correctly or not. And she will introduce and launch our discussion on her journey from at risk teen to an interpreter. As teens, we face so many challenges and pressures and tonight, if you're in middle or high school and struggling with seeing your future because of what you face every day, you will enjoy our speaker on tonight. So let's get started. I am so excited to introduce our panel on tonight. Tonight we have we have Langston on tonight, and I think that's pretty much it on tonight. And finally, we have our special guest, Miss Blair. But before Blair comes, let's hear from one of us. I would like to introduce an Arthur, inspirational speaker and well-rounded creative mind in the person of Regan Nevels. Hi, Regan. Oh, Reagan, sorry.
Sorry, I had to unmute my mic. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thanks for asking.
So share with us how you got started as an author and what you're currently doing.
Well, for those of you that don't know me, to repeat, I know my name is at the bottom, but my name is Regan Nevels. I am a 15-year-old published author, motivational speaker, and I have just been so blessed to travel across the country, inspiring kids and adults that no matter how old or young they are, they have the opportunity to accomplish their dreams and goals. And I started this journey, I started this message when I was at the young age of 11 years old. And at first, I wrote my first book, which is Vision Collision. I am an author of 2 books. The first one entitled Vision Collision, Think Right, Believe and Achieve. And the second one entitled Why Wait? Your Time is Now. So I started my journey when I was 11 years old. And at first I wrote the book, and I had released it. But then I got a call from a school from my hometown, and they had asked me to come and speak to a group of kids. And I was like, what? Really? Because I had never really had any public speaking experience other than, like presentations in school. You know how you have to give like school presentations and get graded on it or stuff. So that's the only kind of experience that I had ever had, and maybe something at my church. But so I was so nervous. I had like an entire stack of papers. But when I had got there and when I really got to interact with the kids, it was just such an amazing experience. And it had clicked right there, just knowing that this is something that I love to do now. And that thought had clicked right there. This is what I love to do. I love inspiring kids. I love seeing it click for them, because a lot of kids don't get motivation from their own peers, from their own neighbors, from kids the same age. And I'm glad that I was able to be that light for them. I'm glad that I was able to inspire them, because a lot of them came up to me afterwards and said, hey, I want to write a book. I want to become an artist. I want to start my YouTube channel. And they actually did it. Adults have come up to me and said that they're going to get their PhDs, that they're going to become authors, that they're going to go back to school. And see, that would have never happened if God didn't bless me with the knowledge that I had to be able to inspire. And I'm just so glad that I started my journey when I did. But that's just a little bit about me. I don't know if I said I'm 15 and I'm the oldest of 4 kids. But that's a little bit about me and how I got started.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for coming today. I think it's time for us to introduce Miss Blair. Priester, I think. Hi, Miss Blair.
Hello, I can tell I cannot hear anything anymore. It just kind of went away. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
You all can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just can't hear you all. Okay, I have no idea what just happened, like literally just cut off. Let's try this again.
You're mute. You're mute, First Lady. Lady Latanya, you're mute.
We're acting like old people tonight, right?
Yeah.
And so, I know, we're just having like these moments here. I'm not a senior. I promise not yet. I'm not a senior yet. But thank you for like joining us tonight. We have some other teenagers we want to bring on too as we start sharing the discussion. Jason, are you ready? Jason is here. Hey, Jason.
Hello.
We had Langston there. I don't know if he's still on it. See Charles. We have some teenagers in the backdrop that they're not ready yet. So one of our mentors, Kim, she's in the backdrop as well. So we're grateful for her. So Reagan, what grade are you in?
I am a sophomore this year, so 10th grade.
The 10th grade, yes. We're so glad that you were able to join us for the brief moment. So we know you have to go, but we're so glad that you were able to join us tonight. Y'all have any questions for Reagan? No. Well, we're so glad you got a chance, Joe. We're going to have you come back and share more details and information. So we're not going to hold you because I know you have to, go. But thank you for being a part tonight. And we look forward to hearing from Blair. So we're going to turn it back into hands of Jerry Day. Reagan and I are going to sign off for now. So Jerry Day, take it away with Miss Blair. And we'll see y'all at the end.
Thank you.
Back into your hands, Jerry Day.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Jerry Day once again. We are here today with Miss Blair. She is so beautiful today. Well, Miss Blair, you will start whatever you feel like it. Make whatever comes to you, whatever comes to your heart to talk to the team.
This is crazy. I don't know if you got when Latanya went away. The volume went away again when she went off. Every time she goes off, my sound goes completely.
Okay, will this help? Can you hear me now? Can you hear it now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear everybody now? Okay, what I'll do, I'll just stay on. And so to make sure it's working right for you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
First Lady, you're still
Can you hear us okay? Can you hear us okay? Okay, we see you. Well, we have some technical difficulties. Okay, we're gonna try to log out and log back in. We'll get it going. Try to log out and log back in, and then maybe that'll work. Okay, so I don't know. She may not be able to hear us right now, but we're gonna keep it going right now. So we were so grateful to have Reagan on tonight, and right now we're gonna see if we can get Miss Blair back on. Please, everyone, stand by for a moment as we deal with the technology. So, what are your thoughts, Jared? What did you think about Reagan on tonight?
It's actually expiring of her actually speaking when she was 11, which actually inspired me to be more confident because I'm kind of scared right now. So it boosted me up to be more confident and more open speaking at this point, like actually communicating with people because I'm not really say like a communicating kind of person. I have trouble communicating. So with her saying that, I think it will help me build more of my confidence for communication.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I really appreciate that. Um, let's see. I'm glad. Do you think we should have her back? You think that'd be a good thing to have her back?
Just yeah,
Awesome.
she'll be good.
Awesome. Awesome. So, what are your thoughts so far as the things that are happening when it comes to what are your thoughts about entrepreneurship? And what do you think teens right now need to hear or would love to hear to help them to forge ahead and just boost forward?
For entrepreneurship, it's a wonderful thing at this point. Especially with COVID and so many things are shutting down for you to make an extra amount of money. On top of that, for me, I've always been grown up with entrepreneurship with my auntie, with her massage therapist thing, her jewelry thing. She's always had her own business. Um, at school, at my own school right about now, there's a lot of people. All my friends are entrepreneurs at this point. They're making their own money. So as a teenager, for teens, I think it's actually pretty good for us to have a mindset of being an entrepreneur, to be your own leader, to make your own money, to be your own boss. And I feel like it can help you in the real world, like the real world. But as a teenager, you trying to bring up that momentum of being an entrepreneurship, which entrepreneurship, it really helps you as me, as I'm an entrepreneur, well, trying to be an entrepreneur. It's helping me with the life, like how to communicate, how to do taxes, how to do money, how to cooperate with people, what people like, what people don't like. So as I have been learning different things, I feel like it will help other people see more what's out in the world other than the phones or the TV or the games. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what are some of your dreams and goals?
I pretty much have some of my life planned out. One of them is to get my GED, get out of high school, and then
You
go.
mean GED or your diploma?
Same thing. My head is like out of it, but my diploma. After that, go to college for at least my 4 years. But as those 4 years, do my medical school as well, so I can get all through them 6 years. Because my goal, since I was a little girl, I wanted to be an OB. I don't know if you know what an OB is. An OB is when you help the mother with birth or anything dealing with birth. So me trying to reach my goal of being an OB, you have to go to school for 6 years. So after high school, I will go straight into college, which I want to go to Mizzou or UMKC because they have really good medical schools for all 6 years. And my goal is to get my doctors, so I can be a doctor. After that, after I have all my medical field, it's after that it's just it comes and goes at this point. Like after I got my medical stuff going and it's going well and successful, God has to just let the rest go at this point.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. You didn't know you had all of that in you, did you? So this is good stuff. Well, I'm going to give it back into your hands, and we're going to bring our guests back. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. I'm gonna go off, and you can go ahead and reintroduce her.
Okay. So tonight we have a special guest. Her name is Blair. Today she will be telling us about. Sorry guys, I have to go back to my notes because I'm kind of out of it. Today she's gonna tell us like her journey on risk as an entrepreneur, of how to do different things as an entrepreneur. So we are gonna welcome Miss Blair onto the call. Hi, Miss Blair.
How are you doing? I am sorry about the communication.
Oh, it's fine. It happens.
Yeah, I found myself testing it out, but probably not. But thank you for having me tonight. I'm honored to be here to be able to speak with you all. And I can just go ahead and just start off by telling you all a couple things about myself. I do kind of want to have it as an open forum to ask questions, to kind of see where your mind is, to kind of get you thinking about things that you're probably not thinking about right now at your age. And so I make sure I stay on that. So I'm currently in the Army. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a realtor. I'm an investor. I am a first generational millionaire. And I'm proud to say that part because I just accomplished that last year. And I didn't actually even know, and that was a goal of mine. I went to Columbus State University. I received a bachelor's in criminal justice. I also have a master's as well. I'm married. I do not have any kids yet. Reason being, in my own words, I'm still living my best life. It has been a tough and long journey to get here. I'm not just trying to share it right away. Let's see here. What else? I'm part of the Divine Nine as well, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Previous job, I was a parole officer for 5 years. I enjoyed that. I did that pretty much straight coming out of college. I did the ROTC program while I was in college, and that was pretty interesting. But however, that did open up a lot of doors for me. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So ROTC, and that's basically the Army. That opened a lot of doors for me, a lot of doors, and that kind of got me started and
kind of where I am today and some of the things that I'm doing today. So now I kind of told you who I am today. I can kind of tell you who I was before. And I'm going to get a little detail, and I want to share a little bit more just to let you know that I am human. Like, it is normal. Success is not overnight. It is not easy. But it just deals with being persistent. So growing up, I was poor. I struggled with depression. I was suicidal. I did not travel. I kind of had a why, but I will tell you, it went from, and I'm sure as a teen you can relate, went from happy to depression, just up and down. Especially when my hormones started kicking in back then. What else? I was somewhat of a troublemaker. I was on probation for a long time. I got in trouble several times. I found myself in the juvenile courtroom. I'll never forget, his name is Judge Combs. He threatened to lock me up and send me away for 90 days. I never made it that far, thank God. What else? I was the life of the party. I had fun. I had a lot of friends. I had a good time. But I got into a lot of trouble, and a lot of heartache and a lot of hard lessons came with that as well. And I can tell you it wasn't worth it. Let's see here. However, I say all of that because all of those things made me who I am. And if I did not experience what I experienced, or the route that God chose for me to go, I don't think I would be who I am today. And I say that because He made me resilient. And sometimes for me, when you're at the bottom, only thing that you can do really from there is go up. And you have an appreciation for it. And your work ethic is crazy. And I don't know the situation of many of you currently on the call, but I can tell you that whatever struggles you're dealing with, understand that it is a cause, it is a reason. You're going to need those skills. God will not give you anything you cannot handle. I know some of the struggles I went through. I used to be like, oh, why me? Why me? Why me? Why would I have to deal with this and deal with that? And I became a parole officer, and a lot of stuff became very transparent to me. Some of the lives I was able to touch, some of the people I was able to help. I met adults 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. Some of them told me no one ever in their life asked them what they wanted to be. So they never even took time to think about where they want to be. And it was shocking for me at the age. I was in my early 20s at the time I was doing the job. And to ask a room of adults, because I used to teach a decision-making class, and for them to tell me, nobody's asked me, and it just chime off and chime off and chime off, that almost explained to me why they were even sitting in the classroom with me to begin with. So one of the things I want to do this evening is to have you think about what it is that you want to do. What is the purpose of it all? Like, God put us here, but what is the purpose of it all? I can tell you, money is not the answer. Okay, it's not that. So I want to just kind of be able to touch on what's money, what's happiness, what drives you, because those are going to be those important things to even for you to become an entrepreneur, because you have to be passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, because if you're not going to stick with it, and you're not going to be successful because you're not really happy. So I don't know if you can open up the floor. However, the first question that I want to ask, like, who wants to be rich?
I do. Just a little bit.
I do.
Just a little bit.
But would you want to? Okay. So what does that mean to you? If you say you want to be rich, what is rich? What is that number? What does that mean to you?
Well, technically, it means to me as you have to work hard, you have to work for your money. You can't just have it given to you. You have to actually work hard. But as my auntie would say, you work hard and you play hard. So you work hard and your money is your play hard, pretty much.
Okay, so what number? Is there a number? Is there things? How do you know? How do you determine that you're rich?
As long as I'm successful, I really don't care about the amount of money. It's just as long as I'm
Okay.
successful where I don't have to ask family, which is nothing wrong with asking family for money, but as long as I can take care of myself with my money that I've raised and worked hard for, pretty much.
Okay, so being self-sufficient. Okay. The other guy? He just disappeared. I couldn't see his name.
I think it was Langston. I don't know where he went. He's in
I can't really hear you. Can you say the question again?
Do you want to be rich? And if so, what does that mean to you? What does that look like?
I guess like being successful, being able to take care of the people around me.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So have you thought of ways to get there? And that's to anybody. Like, does anybody have a plan to become rich?
Well, I kind of had not necessarily a plan. I kind of had like a goal of pretty much trying to make enough money with my medical field and then have a little like side jobs at the end. Like my auntie always said, always have a main job and then have a few more jobs after that so you can keep up your money. So that was pretty much my plan.
Okay. So if I asked, what do you think money is for? What is money? What is it for?
A piece of paper. Money is pretty
A
much
piece of paper.
what's this name? To me, technically, money is a way that help you survive. Not necessarily help you survive, but give you the materials for you to survive. Like you have to pay for food, you have to have food to survive, you have to have water to survive, you have to have a roof over your head, which is rent, you have to pay rent. Pretty much is money is not a priority, it's a tool that you have to use for survival or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Yes, good. You said one key word. I heard someone say it's a piece of paper. Oh, that was you. Okay. I don't know if he's trying to speak, but I couldn't hear him. Oh, this is not fun. I cannot hear. It went away.
Can anyone hear me? Or
I can hear you now. Okay.
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 I think my
What did you
phone's
say?
messing up. I think my phone's messing up. Or the call. I don't know.
Okay.
I can you want me to like leave again and then join back?
No. I can hear you.
Okay. I like what was the question? I can't really hear anything.
Oh, okay. So she basically answered the question, but I was just trying to see as to what did you all about money? What is money?
I still can't really hear you. Yeah, you're breaking up.
What about, am I still breaking up?
A little bit.
Okay. Yikes, I'm sorry. Okay, I was trying to see if I could adjust something, but the Wi-Fi is, no, it's up. Okay, so am I still breaking up?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
All right. So you kind of hit it on the head. You said that money is like a tool. And that's exactly what money is. It's just a tool. So some people save money, and that doesn't really do too much because it's just a tool available when they need it. However, you have others that actually use the tool. And the more money you have, the bigger your tool. So if you can remember this, always treat money like a tool. Money isn't the tool that you just want to go throw away. I.e., we have a bunch of ways we can go throw it away. We can go buy some, I don't know, we have shoes and we go buy more shoes. Now I just cut down the size of my tool. So it is important that you always want to have a tool so that when something comes up, you're available to build and to grow and to create generational wealth. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, right? This is what life is when it comes to working a 9 to 5, not being an entrepreneur. And it can be like that sometimes for some. But when it comes to working for someone, you're like on a hamster wheel. And you're going, and you got to come in, clock in at 9, you get off at 5, and you're doing it over and over and over again. Well, what happens when you get sick? What happens when something big in your life happens that you can't be there to run that race? I can tell you what happened. They're not going to pay you. And on top of that, the people that you owe, like your house, because most people finance houses and cars, everybody is coming to get their stuff. No one cares. There's insurance out there that will sustain you for a little while, but ultimately, no one cares. So you have to ask yourself, if I work every day for you for 20 years and all of a sudden I fall off or I get sick, you don't care. You're back at square one. You're trying to start over. You're in debt. Now you have credit issues. And it's just, you can go down that slope so fast. So I'm not saying don't start with a 9 to 5 by no means. However, what I'm advising is to be wise with those dollars and to build that tool up and to save that money up. And what you do, you take money to make more money, and you get more money to create more money. That is how you make money. You're not really the initial phases. If you're not born into it, you will end up at a day job to get the money. And you just really don't have to do that. There are tons of ways for like teenagers to become entrepreneurs, to just start and I have a 12 steps that I can take you through. That's only if you want to, on what you need to do. But number one will be brainstorming. We have apps now. This generation, you guys are smart. You guys are making money in ways that we never thought of. Walking a dog, that's a house chore task. That there's an app that supports that. That now they pay some people mortgage by walking a dog, by being an organizer, coming to someone's house and organizing their closet, organize their thing. There are millionaires that you see on TV that are organizers, and I'm not joking. So it really just comes with thinking and brainstorming on things that you enjoy and you like doing, and really going for it and being passionate about it. So I'll give you an example for me. When I started, I used to bag groceries at the commissary grocery store, and I would save my money. I never knew why I was saving my money. I just know, hey, on a rainy day, I wanted money. So an opportunity presented itself. This girl had some purses that she was selling. And she asked me, did I want to sell bags? Of course. Well, at that time, it took money to make money. So start, let's say, making t-shirts, because I know a kid now, he makes t-shirts. You would need to invest into the vinyl for your t-shirts. You would need to invest into the machine to print it, the heat, everything to go ahead and get your t-shirt business. And then you can get on Etsy or Amazon and put your shirts up there and create your PayPal account. Boom, you're in business. Just really that easy. It is not back in the day where you needed paper. You can do everything from your cell phone and become a millionaire from your cell phone. You just have to put the effort into it. But I said that to say, at that point when you start working for yourself, you start controlling your own destiny. It's not about you going to a job and asking someone to hire you and they say yes or no. Or if the economy chooses to crash and they no longer can afford you. So what school has taught us, and at least let me speak for my generation, what it has taught us over the years is to go be smart and go work for someone else. Go work for someone else. They're not, I at least when I was there, I didn't have natural.
Miss Blair, you cut out a little bit. We can't necessarily hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I kind of heard it cut out on me. Okay. So what about now?
You're okay. It's just when you start talking a long time, it like kind of messes it up, but
No.
you're fine now.
Okay. So basically what I was getting to with you all is that, hey, when we get jobs, we depend on other people. And the way technology and phones and everything is set up, we're now in a place where we can go and create these jobs for ourselves because they teach us, let's just say, I want to be, I don't know, let's say a doctor. You can have your own practice, and that's where you're going to make your money at. And you hire other people to come in and work for you. So that if you choose to be sick and you choose to have a day off, your business still runs. So anytime you all are thinking about what you want to do in the future, if you start off working with someone else as a stepping stone, that's fine. However, let your long-term goal be to work for yourself and to find time, because we can work all day, but it means nothing if we do not have time to enjoy life, to go on vacations, to spend the money that we work for, and just enjoy it. And so you have to really kind of tie all of that together when it comes to number one, what is money, which is a tool. And the more I have, the bigger that tool is. So let's just say you become a doctor and when you become a doctor, let me correct me, when you become a doctor, you save up your first year salary and you say, you know what? I'm going to stay at home. I'm going back home because there's no rush for me to hop out. I'm going back home and I'm going to stay at home with my mother or my father for the first year out of college. Clear my loans, save my money. Number one, clear your loans, because guess what? You're going to want to buy a house. You're going to buy all kind of things. And now you have that freed up. And then on top of that, I'm going to save my salary. And now I'll have $150,000 in the bank. And then if you say, okay, well, you know what? I don't mind staying here one more year. And you stay there 2 years. There is nothing wrong with that, long as you're being productive and you're moving forward. Sometimes we like to go out and start before we're ready. And you don't necessarily always have to do that. And a lot of times people do that worried about people, what they're going to say about you or what they're going to think, or you just want to hurry up and be independent. However, if you do what I call the grunt work up first, it will pay off. Because versus you, let's say you stay at home the first 2 years. Okay, she saved up $300,000. Well, unlike your friend who went straight out and decided that she wanted to go in the field and move out on her own and finance her house, you don't have to finance your house. You can go and buy your house. So now we're saying, hey, let's say that's, I don't know, $2,000 a month. That's $2,000 a month that you don't have to pay, that all your other friends have to. Or however you set up your business. So the ultimate goal, it's a lot of pieces to it. The ultimate goal is for you all to find ways that you make money in your sleep. And let's say you say, all right, I'm still going to finance a house, but I'm going to take $100,000 of my $300,000 and I'm going to go buy this house and I'm going to rent it out. Well, guess what? That house is paid for. So now that $1,200 that comes in for rent, you do nothing with it. You save it, or you can take that $1,200 and create another business, and the money from that, another business. It's just like a Lego, just building blocks. And all of it starts with money because it's just a tool. It's a building tool. So I just want you all to kind of keep that in mind, and also your happiness. And I say that too because people don't teach us how to be happy, right? You have to think about people tell you, oh, cheer up, feel better. But do they really teach us what happiness is and how to be happy? And some people, because we see TV and we see people with a lot of material things, we assume that they're happy. So that's not always the case. So if I had to ask, is anyone inspired to be an entrepreneur?
Was that a question?
Mhm.
You cut out, so I didn't necessarily hear.
I'm so sorry. I said, is anyone inspired to be an entrepreneur?
I mean, I thought about it. I wasn't necessarily going towards it.
Okay. 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 So when you say you thought about it, in what area? What were you considering doing?
I mean, for the longest, I was gonna go behind my auntie's footsteps of being like a she used to do like baby showers, and she used to decorate for different events or making different things. So I was gonna go after what she did because it looked kind of fun, and I like to help and like to decorate things. So
Okay. 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 What's stopping you from doing it?
me mostly focus on right now is my medical, of pretty much being in the medical field is what I'm going for.
Okay. 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 And where are you at in that process right now?
I'm only a freshman, so I'm still trying to work my way to
Okay.
graduate.
No, that's a big start.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's amazing. How old are you, sir?
I'm 14.
Okay. You're 14? Okay. So tell me a little bit about you. What is it that you want to do?
Oh, like when I grow older, I mean, get older to be like a job.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
later.
I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Have you thought about what exactly you want to do? If there's a certain area that you want to specialize in?
I want to specialize in like being an OBGYN.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Have you been thinking about the school that you want to attend?
Not really. I've just been like kind of focusing on school like right now. I haven't been thinking about that type of stuff.
Okay. 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 So, one of the messages that I want to be able to get across to you all is that even though you're 14, even though you're a freshman, that you can still become an entrepreneur today. Like today. There's no age placed on you to say, hey, I gotta when I'm 21, I'm gonna be successful. Or when I'm 30, I want to be successful. you can start thinking about those things now. And the reason why I say that, because there are a lot of young millionaires out there, young people. Half of the time, what separates them from others is their level of exposure. Having someone to open up their mind to tell them, hey, you can become an entrepreneur. And by the way, not me just sit here and tell you that you can do it, but tell you how to do it. Right? So the example I used earlier was if you wanted a t-shirt business, whatever it is that you wanted. So you, throughout the number of things that you can do right now, you have to ask yourself, for instance, I don't know, Langston, do you like playing video games?
Yes, I like video games.
Okay. And so the reason why I asked, my brother, his girlfriend is in college, and she plays video games for a living. And again, that is something that was new to me. And you all probably know the name of the game. She builds houses on a video game. You know that? No? Okay.
It sounds familiar, something like that. Like I do have a game like that. I don't think it's the right one though.
I mean, is it the game where you just like build a bunch of houses and you have to take care of a neighborhood? Something like
She
that.
sells them. She builds them. I don't know, but I was kind of intrigued by it because I was like, what are you doing? She has this gaming room set up. She's like, oh, I'm working. And I said, okay, well, how much money do you make? She's like, a couple grand a week. I was like, building digital houses. So to me, that was just impressive that she went from playing video games to now she builds digital houses and sells them online. And she's still in school. So of course, you can imagine what that's like, being a freshman in college, making a couple grand a week, playing video games on your off time, getting paid for it. So a lot of times it's just imagining what it is that you can do. Even if it's down, they have the vinyl cups and they put stickers on it. It look like stickers, I'm sorry, but it's the vinyl where they customize the cups. But I don't know if you've all ever been on Etsy, but there are a ton of entrepreneurs on there selling all kinds of things that you can think of, even just being crafty. That's just one area. You have services that you can provide. So what I want to encourage you all to do is to become an entrepreneur now. Start now. Because at the end of the day, we wake up, we have the same amount of hours in a day. By the time you go to bed, you want to be able to say, what did I do today that was productive, that built on what I want to do a year from now or 2 years from now? So believe it or not, I have a 10-year plan, and I backwards plans from 10 years. So whatever's on that 10 year, I have to break it down to 5. And whatever's on that 5, I have to break it down to a year. And whatever I have for a year, I have to break it down for a month. And from a month, I have to break it down to a week. And from the week, I have to break it down to the day so that I accomplish. And if you don't break it down that way, I promise you, sometimes you will fall short, because sometimes you won't realize the things that you need to do to get there. So anytime you have a plan, most definitely do I call it backwards planning. Do a backwards plan, but be realistic with yourself and your time. And so before getting off this call, you should at least have one thing in your mind, that I can do this from home. I can make money, and the things that I want, I can end up purchasing those things without asking my parents for it. Because it does not take you checking into a 9-to-5 to make money nowadays. It just doesn't. You can be a transaction coordinator and do paperwork for someone. You can write papers if you like to write. People are in college now paying hundreds of dollars for other people to write their papers. Now, I'm not saying this is ethical, but I'm just saying they're writers. Do you all have any questions for me?
I have two questions actually. One
Okay.
question was, how do you balance everything with when you was in the army and you being an entrepreneur and all that stuff? How did you balance everything?
So I am still doing that right now. I'm still in the Army. I'm still a realtor. I'm still an investor, and I have a calendar. Like, it's actually sitting right here beside me. And my calendar is broken out the way I told you. It starts in the beginning with what I want to do for the year. It goes from the month, and then it has very detailed lines for the week and for the day. So I can tell you how my day started this morning. I got up at I'm supposed to get up at 6, but I got up at 6:30. I have a 12-page paper to write because I'm currently in school. So I started working on my paper. After that, at 11, I had to stop and get dressed because I had to go to a home. I had to do a photo shoot for that home, help the photographers stage everything up. After that, I had to go to a showing. Actually, before that, I had to go show another house. Came back, showed 2 other houses, had to walk someone through a golf course and their property, come get on this call. And when I get off this call, I'll be back on my 12-page paper. So you have to, for me, I can tell you what I do. When it comes to me doing real estate, I start that early in the morning before I'm doing my 9 to 5. I do my 9 to 5. On my lunch really does not belong to me. That's me closing loose ends, checking my email that deals with real estate. When I get off work, I'm back doing real estate. I'm showing property and so on and so forth. And sometimes it may even take me to do all of my 9 to 5 work, and do some on the weekends just so I can accommodate time and make sure I don't drop any balls. But it is very easy. And let me just tell you, as far as time, right? So I start my 9 to 5 at 8 o'clock. 6 to 8, I have 2 hours to work. 11 to 12, I get another hour. And from 5 to 9, I get another 4 hours, right? So that is 7 hours. So I work one job 8 hours and another job 7 hours. So it's really not hard. It's not. It's time management. And it does not feel like work when you enjoy doing it. So I don't feel like I'm working.
Sorry. My second question is, when you said you was doing a lot when you was a kid and you was going through a lot. How did you deal with everything? Like, how did you cope, or what did you do to help yourself not get to your suicidal things?
Okay. So I'll tell you what that was. Believe it or not, that was religion. It was God. At the age of 12, I got saved. And the reason why I had those problems before the age of 12 is because I didn't really believe. I was at the church. I listened. I went every Sunday. But I didn't believe. It wasn't until I started going through heartache and headache and learning these hard lessons or feeling down and start listening to understand that if God is for me, who's against me? That he's not going to give me anything that I can't handle. And that it is on my attitude, on how I look at life. So I can brief it like, oh, I was sad, I was this. But on the same time, I was happy too. So it's also the perspective that you put on your life. If you feel sorry for yourself, you will be down. If you feel proud and happy, you will be up. And I had to learn that lesson. I had to learn the difference, to not basically soak in my own misery. That's the worst thing you can ever do. So I've met some friends that went through the same thing that I went through. They still carry that stuff with them. I wouldn't dare. That is not, they carry this baggage. and it influences the decisions that they make. It influences the people that they date. It influences the jobs that they take. It influences their whole life because they allow it to live. So when you take it as, oh, that is a golden link in my life, that is a stepping stone. Okay, that's nothing. Been there, done that, over it. What's next? And oh, by the way, if that comes back my way, I won't fall for that next time because I'm better than that. I'm stronger than that. It makes you resilient when you go through things. It can build character versus people allowing it to break them down. And sometimes it really just boils down to what you tell yourself here. And I don't know if you all believe or do like positive affirmations, but if you ever try it, I will tell you, you probably would feel really silly the first time saying something out loud like, the doors have flown open and God has nailed them back for me, and everything that I want, everything that I desire will come to me. That the winds flow to me, my whirlwind success. And I'm quoting things that I say in the morning. And at first I can tell you, my husband, I was over there just mumbling things off, saying things, and he's looking at me like, she okay? What's she going through? But I will tell you, just doing that, life changes. And it sounds so cliche, like, how does life change because you say something? No, you speak it. What you keep in your subconscious is important. Like, if you believe every day that you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a doctor. And a lot of times people are waiting for other people to believe in them. You can't do that because sometimes if those people around you aren't successful, they're not going to make sure you're successful. You have to surround yourself with other successful people in order to be successful. You have to be around other happy people. If you have friends and all they do is gossip and talk about negative things, you'll eventually end up picking up that bad energy. And I'm sure you guys been around people that you just feel like, oh, they have really bad energy, or they're mean, or they're nasty in the inside, they're ugly in the inside. And when you walk away, you kind of feel yucky, like, why? You know? Don't deal with those type of people and don't put up with that because it rubs off on you. If you're around someone that's happy, that's successful, that have energy, like the young lady that came on earlier today, like, hey, I am a author, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep doing it. You keep that type of energy around you, you will keep going forward. And the thing about it is, you're always going to have friends. It's friends everywhere. You're going to have friends at the bottom that's doing the wrong things, and you'll have friends at the top that's doing the right thing. So don't ever worry about that or worry about anybody else validating you, because it's not even you or me or us that's validated. It's the one upstairs. That's who validates us. And you're here. So this is already validated. It's already said and done. It's just a matter. And one thing I have to tell myself is do not place limits on myself, because God has not placed any limits on myself. So for me to say, oh, I want to become a millionaire when I'm 40, that is a limit. I can choose to do that tomorrow. I just have to sit down, take action, write it down what it is that I want to do. And like I said again, backwards plan, because that's the realistic side. Because let me tell you guys, prayer is nothing without work. You can kneel down and pray all day, but if you get up and you don't do nothing about it, how is God going to help you when you're not willing to help yourself? So if it is something that you want, that it is something that you desire, you speak it in your life and you go do it. And when I'm telling you, when you go do it, those doors are going to fly open. Like, fear doesn't exist when you deal with God. That is why most people don't succeed in life, is because of fear. They're scared to fail. They're scared if it doesn't turn out right, what will people say? Well, guess what? You're around the wrong people if that's what you're worried about. The right people are going to tell you, hey, sis, hey, brother, you are human. Get up, Do it again, but don't do it that way. Go try it again. Change something up. And when you do it and you just keep doing it, you're going to be successful. And I tell you this, I was never the smartest girl in the class. Never. I was always the most persistent. Always the most persistent. You do not take no for an answer if it's something that you want. And you don't come back and say, well, they said no. They aren't you. They don't control your life. And 9 times out of 10, they're not the only one with the answer. So it's just a matter of doing it again until you get a yes. And I'll tell you, that's what made me successful, because I've had a lot of no's and I accepted none. It dies. Whatever it is that was living in you that you wanted, when you accept that no, it is dead. You don't give nobody that type of power over you. Ever. If you want to do it, you do it. So I'm sorry. I went on a little tangent there.
It's okay.
No, I think that was excellent. As a matter of fact, this was great. Thank you, Blair, for sharing. Thank you, Jerry, for hosting, and you held it down. You know, some of our youth, we still got 2 of our youth in the back. I said in the back studio. Some of them fell off earlier, but this was phenomenal. And so for those who want to like and share, because this will still be posted later on, so you may want to go back and watch it. But this was phenomenal. Thank you, Blair. And I could tell, yes.
My pleasure.
Yes. Anybody else want to make some comments? Please feel free. Yes. Thank you, I could tell that as you were sharing your story and the passion was coming through, especially as you start reminiscing in your childhood or your teenage years. What was happening for you in those moments?
It got a bit emotional because I started to think a little bit deeper about it, but it's a sense of joy. Like, I did that. I did that. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. So we appreciate, we get some thank yous and good jobs, and yes. Oh, Jared, I think is that your dad? I love it. This is great. Celebrations from Dad there. Thank you, Mr. Yeah, Blair, that was awesome.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Is he embarrassing you?
Yes,
it's just a little special sometimes.
But that's a good thing.
No, that's that support team.
Yes.
That's that right there. That's that support team that you need.
Yes.
They always say they're my little cheerleaders, so it's okay.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I can tell too.
Yeah.
Yes. So we just want to say thank you, Blair, because you shared some very intimate. We're going to definitely have to have you back for another segment, and we kind of just talk with the teens, because I think nowadays too. And Jared, you can chime in, and Charles and Langston, y'all back there, or Jason, if you pop back on. We just wanted to, they're very shy. So I want to commend y'all tonight that did show your face tonight, because I know y'all extremely shy and really don't like, coming out like this and speaking, but we appreciate you. So, so we appreciate them coming on and taking that leap of faith on tonight. So we're just going to briefly bring our mentors on with you too, because I think it's important so the teens know that you have a support system. You have individuals that's going to rock with you. As her t-shirt says, flow with me. Generation Project is an organization that supports teens. We support families. We believe in village concepts. So we encourage the parents, if you want to come along with our activities and be a part with your teenager on these lives, you're more than welcome to do so and ask questions as well. When we have our private talks, It's for teens only. So I know most of them said they want to get back to that in person. But for now, we're going to be virtuous to keep everybody safe. Jenna, like, yes. They love the in-person moment. So even though Blair is we have some individuals that share with us, they're living in other states. But when we come back live, and we want one day, we probably just gonna have a big old forum and just have our online mentors to come back and talk to us live. Would y'all like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you. Awesome, 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 awesome. So I just want to bring our mentors on. We have Mr. Robert Nicholas. He's one of our male mentors. We have Kim. She's one of our female mentors. And so we just want to say thank you, Blair. So I'm gonna owe you one of these.
No, thank you all. No, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor. And anytime you need me, I am here for you. And I just want to wish everyone in the room the best and to keep going. And don't put an age cap on when you're successful. You can be successful tomorrow. Just do it.
Thank you, Blair. Oh, this is awesome. And our mentors, do y'all want to share any last words before we time out? So we want to thank all of our audience for tuning in on tonight. We had an excellent conversation with Reagan Nevels, who kicked us off. She's in high school, and she shared about what she's doing right now as an author and an inspirational speaker. So you can always go back and look at this video, and you can hear what she had to say about her journey. We heard from Ms. Blair on tonight, who shared her intimate journey and where she is right now, and gave some really good tidbits and advice for the kids, especially if kids are struggling with a suicidal ideation, if kids are dealing with a troubled time. And her words of encouragement were great and awesome. So you can go back and listen to that. For parents, if you want to even go back and listen to it, you're more than welcome to do that. So any last words from Robert and Kim?
I just want to say thank you, Miss Blair. Thank you for taking the time out and sharing that story with us. Your story was amazing, and then it brought us up to now to where the Lord has brought you. So I am excited for you, and I celebrate life with you, Jared. And you know I'm gonna hold it to everything you said tonight. I'm holding you to it. So I just want you to know, boo.
Blair, fantastic job. I can relate, and it was even good for people like me to hear your story because it continues to inspire me when I get down, when I get frustrated with life. And the one thing, if it can be emphasized to the kids, is be flexible with your goal. I mean, things will change and you have to change with that. So be flexible, but everything he said is right on tap.
Awesome. Thank you. You heard words from our mentors on tonight as well. So you may have adults that you're out there, you have a love for youth. You're more than welcome to join our team. And so we have electronic, mentors, and we have mentors who in person, of course, we have to do background checks. Yes, we do. And we make sure that our youth are safe. And if you may be a counselor and you have a heart for youth and want to provide some pro bono hours, you're more than welcome to join our group sessions when we start back. And so thank you for everyone that was able to chime in with us tonight, and all of our teams, all of our shy teams. They're in the background. Y'all can't see them live, but we have some of them in the background, and some of them are watching without being even on here tonight. So love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all so much. So thank you for being a part. Thank you for being with us. We have teams that work with Kansas City Public Schools, AC Prep kids, we love y'all. Trinity Temple kids, we love y'all. The IYD family, we love you. So for everybody that's out there, we love you and we appreciate you. So until next time, look for more information as we come back again next month with our next Teen Top in the month of April. So stay tuned. We look forward to seeing you there. So goodbye for now. Thank you. So we're going to ask everybody else, don't hang up. We're going to be there, but we're just going to end the broadcast for now. Thank you. With love from Generation Prodigy.